Napkins in disguise, and NID have consistently won this matchup until recently when Curse Academy came out with a very innovative team comp that they're running here tonight. It's an AD carry, but not where you'd expect it. It's going to be Jaximus in the mid lane, with fabbbyyy and Rhux on the side lane, solo carries.
Yep, and we do see a little bit of a split here from Curse Academy. They're going to have one ward dropped at the blue side, as that will spot out this invade coming in from the Napkins. But Curse Academy will counter with their own invade of their own as they go towards blue. See InnoX getting the charges, trying to jump over that wall possibly, maybe just using it anyway. And they throw out the good old lance. They see nobody under, they drop a ward, and they're going to back right on out. And it smells something fishy as Curse Academy go to their blue side.
Yeah, I think the fishy thing is that ScubaChris actually needs some items, so it does make it way back to base, and we'll actually start the easy way. I mean, I thought he was going to go hard mode jungle, but ScubaChris apparently needs some items too. So he's going to go back out on to the Rift, probably, hopefully, maybe not to his blue buff, because, oh, it's looking like it. Okay, it's just Brunch so far, not walking through the jungle. All right, so everybody's safe. We can all breathe a collective sigh of relief.
Alright, well, actually, it may not be too safe just yet. Fabby is leaving. Brunch is going towards the wall collectively. We do see Shyvana coming in. Oh, Gleebglarbu. Gleebglarbu, Lulu, Death Sentence. Throws the glitter lance. See that it connects. And saw that it connected. And now the ward gets dropped, and that is going to force OneBadBrad to go back out. We do see nubbypoohbear heading over to help out his team, as the blue buff is going to securely go over to ScubaChris. That's an interesting way to pronounce his name. But ScubaChris. But now OneBadBrad is going to need the help of Tsatsulow to get that red buff. But it does not matter because he's going to be going to only Jaximus in the mid lane and do a 2v1 down there, or in there.
Alright, so it will be a 1v2. Rhux, I like the idea that he has been put in that matchup. The only issue is that leaves a 2v1 versus nubbypoohbear, and while Nubby Syndra should still be able to get some decent CS out of that lane, there's a lot of kill potential there, with especially the early level 2, and there's Jaximus just going and misses the Mystic shot, won't be able to capitalize off of it.
No, he tried to though. Fabby up top does connect the dodge onto InnoX, and is applying a lot of pressure, forcing the potion out already from the door and shield start. We do have cloth armor and 5 potions for Fabby. Level 2 achieved for both players, as InnoX gonna try to apply a little bit of pressure here and gets the knockup, but just trading back and forth, as is the Jax Riven matchup. We do have a blue steal attempted here from ScubaChris, who is level 3, and the dodge comes out up top. It does not connect with InnoX, pops the stun, drops it, ignite. OneBadBrad coming in, he did smite away the blue buff, as ScubaChris has his double buffs already, so level 3 achieved for him, and it's going to be double buffed up junglers, and we're going to see where they go.
It is a 2v1 mid, so theoretically, OneBadBrad has more help that can come his way than ScubaChris, but Chris just doesn't even care. He knows he's so strong in that early jungle. Gonna take away a small wolf, grabs the big one. Cocoon will land, and that means that...
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, OneBadBrad can't fight him one-on-one, but he can have Tsatsulow come back from the mid, and just as soon as he comes back up there to help, ScubaChris is out of the jungle, Wolf stolen away. Now look for the top lane. Fabby knows what's up, gets some communication from his team, and should be safe from anything ScubaChris can do.
Yep, so down bot here, we have a big wave built up. Rhux is using that E to farm up as much as possible to get the true damage in. He has the wave clear from the axe, and is taking a lot of harass there. The help picks with the cannon weapon, I guess, coming in from Brunch on Jinx, just abusing the picks damage that does fly out from that. The range is so useful against an Olaf, and it is going to force some pressure from OneBadBrad down there.
Dan, we learned Jinx's guns last week.
I forgot, okay? I'm really bad at this.
It's Fish Bones and Mr. Biting, yeah.
I keep wanting to call him, like, Bonesaw. I don't know why. But
I guess there are bones involved, but either way, bones, whether or not they're from fish, are going to be pretty effective for Brunch, as he is kind of manhandling. Rhux does have a lot of regen from the Doran shield, and he's going to get some help from OneBadBrad. I've seen Fabby up kind of solo in that 1v1, and it's going to be the jungle of ScubaChris coming mid lane to kind of even the matchup up between nubbypoohbear, or with nubbypoohbear against Tsatsulow and Jaximus. There's a play backwards, no play damage, there it is, the auto attack. Hitting off on ScubaChris, but Rhux is going to have to take a trip back. OneBadBrad can't quite hold the wave long enough to keep him safe in lane.
Yeah, and now with that, there was a lot of pressure applied down bottom, and Rhux, he ate the Flame Choppers, he ate a Glitterlance and a help picks, and just was forced to go back. OneBadBrad is going to farm up that lane. ScubaChris is helping out the solo laner here, being nubbypoohbear, does get a double ball stun, and Tsatsulow just shrugs it off, as it doesn't do that much damage early on, and Jaximus is going to go back to shoving down the lane. OneBadBrad, though, gets quite a bit of harass to his face, does land the cocoon. Is he going to go in on this one? Neurotoxin switches to Spider form, not going to go in, though, as the damage from Joel being brunch is a little too much for him to deal with.
Now, this is actually a start to the game that was very popular for... It's not the way that the game actually started, but it's something that we used to see out of MIG Blitz. They'd start with 4 Doran's Blades and to just crush through everything with very strong early game. There's actually a buy of a Doran's Blade later on for OneBadBrad's Elise. We've seen a Doran's Ring start for Elise. We've seen a Doran's Blade. I don't think we're going to see any Doran's Shields Elises out there anytime soon, but even still, it's going to be a lot of Doran's focus, a lot of early game strength for Curse Academy, which is what their comp really, really relies on.
Yeah, and look at the items. They're all lined up so synergy, so wow. We see Curse Academy lining up the Doran's Blade in their first item slots, and just a lot of front end ADD coming out from them. But Doran's Shield with Doran's Blade for Olaf going to help him out quite a bit while up top. Dodge is prepped and ready for fabbbyyy, as he does turn around the damage quite a bit. InnoX is going to get ignited. Gonna see level 6 pop for him. Can he turn it around? The ignite is he going to go through the shield? It is not, and it looks like InnoX will live with about like 10 HP.
Initially, fabbbyyy ignited so that InnoX wouldn't all in and kill him, but then as soon as InnoX backed off and continued to trade, and there we go, Gleebglarbu in a lot of trouble, flashes the axe, but first blood picked up by Gleebs gets traded back.
The ignite picks up the kill. Can Rhux turn this one around though? Has the reset on the undertow while fabbbyyy is fighting ScubaChris up top. He gets the hit from the third hit. Can he kill Brunch right now? Gets the true damage. Gonna go in for a lot of damage. Gets an attack speed. The undertow comes back up. Pops the ultimate. Gonna go through the traps. Gets the last. Oh no, I'm right. Gets the last auto attack. Can do it? Nope. Just does it with the E and picks up the kill.
Okay. All right. Minions, please. 50 HP. All right. Rhux is safe.
It's okay.
Okay. We're good.
Stun lands in the mid lane. We have Shyvana getting pinged on, and Tsatsulow will back out there. So will Jaximus. He'll go back to contently being a nice little happy farming Ezreal. While Dragon Form is available for ScubaChris, we could see him look to make a place elsewhere.
Well, Rhux City or Bromacia, depends on where you want to reside. The side lane's working out for Curse Academy as Rhux will pick up his 2nd kill of the game. And while there is one on Gleebglarbu, it's probably going to be an advantage there for Curse Academy. And Jaximus, he's had nothing but free farm in the mid lane, 10 CS up there. You can definitely tell that nubbypoohbear hasn't quite had the lane that he's been looking for. The really impressive thing for me is the 38 CS onto fabbbyyy, as he was able to 1v1 what is one of InnoX's strongest champions, come out ahead, establish that dominant force in that side lane, because both of those the solo lanes for each team have very different purposes. There's going to be a damage. Ignite goes down. ScubaChris looking to follow up, and it's Tsatsulow to fall.
It's a ball drop straight on his head as Jaximus now looking to do a little bit more damage in response. nubbypoohbear with that blue buff is just laying into him. Here comes OneBadBrad though. Cocoon gonna get flashed away as he almost angled it right through the flash, but either way, that's a flash burn for Nubby, but still a kill for him with the Unleashed Power and the Ignite and the help of Shyvana. fabbbyyy is trying to pick up whatever CS he can through this lane, pops the dodge, gonna go back in onto InnoX, who knocks him backwards, gets the extra hit from that Spike Club instead of the Lamp, looking to get the 3rd proc from the ultimate. InnoX turn around here, pops the ultimate, turns, drops Ignite, forcing the flash out of fabbbyyy now. Can InnoX follow this up any further? Looks like he might. There's a couple seconds left on this one. A jump away will keep him away from the knockup, and it will stop InnoX's ultimate from killing him.
Nice trades you can see at all times during those that 1v1 top lane. They're actually going to be in 1v2 now as OneBadBrad getting in there, flash away from InnoX, dodges the stun from fabbbyyy.
It looks like the cocoon is going to connect. fabbbyyy not going to top the turret though. OneBadBrad gets the venomous bite, but will back out. The Spiderlings though are going to pay the price as he loses 2 of them. And this mid turret is almost dead. A couple more auto attacks will take it down, so maybe in this wave or the next. But now we do have Rhux with a Giant's Belt with the undertows connecting all over the place, and the turret down bot almost dead. We could see a trade-off in turrets very soon.
Now, a lot of Olafs actually rush the Ravenous Hydra stun on at Tsatsulow. There's the Unleashed Power, but it's not, unfortunately, unleashed enough. They will keep him alive, but here comes ScubaChris in from the side.
Takes the Lantern, shifting away. No Dragon Form available to him just yet, but Tsatsulow will run back out. Oh, the Mega Death Rocket
oh
from
my
Brunch!
Goodness.
Downtown is where Brunch lives currently, but now they're gonna get a dragon off that.
But you have to keep in mind, it's, you know, Rhux got a nice kill, but it's going to be more about the dragon, the objectives you get off of that, and the first dragon kill of the game. I was going to make a joke if ScubaChris had died, because then it'd be the second dragon of the game, but he keeps alive. Dragon does not, will fall, giving the first 2 global objectives over to NID.
Yeah, and that was pretty good. That was pretty cool. I'm impressed. That was a very nice ulti, but the board coverage coming in from ScubaChris and from Gleebglarbu helping with that. So good job overall. And now a 2.5k gold lead in their favor. They're equal in turrets, that dragon giving them a lot of gold, and the kills in their favor by 1. See a pink ward coming in from OneBadBrad to help out fabbbyyy up top. And are we going to see Ravenous Hydra from InnoX?
I would expect Ravenous Hydra. The only problem with that is that, like I said, usually Olaf's rush that to get wave clear out there, but because Rhux was in a 2v1, he doesn't have the dueling potential to go up against the Riven that was in a 1v1, so he's just going to tank things up. I wouldn't expect the Frozen Mallet. Probably will see a Sunfire Cape, as that's kind of the standard bruiser item now, but he's going up against a Riven who, in that 1v1, is always going to be a little bit of an iffy matchup. It's all AD across the board, with the exception being some hybrid damage from fabbbyyy to worry about, and I guess ability power damage from OneBadBrad and Tsatsulow, but the carries, which is what I was referring to, Olaf, Jaximus, and fabbbyyy to a large extent, are going to be dealing physical damage. So if you're looking for tanks, you're not going to find a whole lot of them on NID, as InnoX should be going full damage. ScubaChris, though, should look for some extra armor in the form of both Ninja Tabi and a Randuin's Omen to come out after he finishes that Spirit of the Ancient Golem. But since he's not quite there, we'll have to wait a little bit longer to figure out how exactly he wants to play it. It's going to be the 5 Dorans built for Curse Academy. Jaximus has picked himself up an early Muramana instead of grabbing any components of Eternity Force.
Yeah, and now we do have ScubaChris waiting very sneakily up top. He's hiding in that brush. We do have fabbbyyy with the mana pot activated. He is playing very safe. They don't see where ScubaChris is, but he shows himself. They're going to wave clear, and they're going to put a lot of pressure onto this turret and possibly either dive or take the turret once that AoE fades from Shyvana. As now, they're foregoing fabbbyyy and just leaving him alone. They're laying into the turret, he pops the speed, gets out of there with the, I forget what it's called, the burn? I don't remember what the W is called, but
burn out, actually.
Burn out, there we go. I'm one word off.
You actually had it. No, you said he was going to get the burn out of there, so close. Close, Dan.
Close enough, whatever.
But either way, dive avoided, so mission accomplished there. Everybody stays alive, so that's something Curse Academy's pretty happy about, as they were in a little bit of a vulnerable situation. But you don't really want to dive a Riven or a Jax. They both have a lot of outplay opportunities on you. But it's actually InnoX playing back, taking double goals before going back into lane, and I think Gleebglarbu able to dish out a bunch of damage on to Jaximus. Glebe is running 26 ability power, so a little bit of a cheesy build there, but still able to kind of trade out against a little bit of that Jaximus damage. Blue buff going over to Nubby. Arcane Shift. True Shot Barrage, rather, does not steal it. It's dunked down. nubbypoohbear will get some extra mana off of that.
Alright, so nice attempt, but fabbbyyy is going to duel up top against InnoX here. He's going to just dash away, turning back around, gets the knockup, applies an auto tag. They're just going to keep trading back and forth. We do see a Vamp Scepter. We see the makings of a Bilgewater Cutlass into a Blade of the Rune King for fabbbyyy. InnoX turning around though, popping the ultimate, drops Ignite. Can he get the Wind Slash for the kill? And it looks like Ignite will finish this one off. And a nice solo kill there by InnoX using that Riven Strength.
Yeah, fabbby's down 25 CS against InnoX's Riven. So just winning out that 1v1 just goes to show, hey, InnoX is on the carry path. Now, for fabbbyyy, he's not actually meant to be a great split pusher. He's meant to be the hyper carry for the team. He is their answer to not having an AP carry. They have an AD in Jaximus, but he's building a little bit of the non-standard AD carry build, going for that early on. It's going to be an attempted blue buff steal, but Jaximus will pick that one up away from ScubaChris. In the meantime, it's InnoX crushing down his first turret. And while fabbyy's supposed to be like a really big hyper carry, InnoX doesn't necessarily have to carry. He just has to be able to win the 1v1. Which in this case is already off to a good start, as he picks up his own turret, as well as a nice CS advantage and a kill over fabbbyyy.
Yeah, Rhux is getting forced back out of lane though. Jaximus is being zoned away as well. He uses the True Shot Barrage, does connect, goes to the wave. He's going to try to stop their push as much as possible. The turret is down to half. ScubaChris has Dragon Form available. We see the stun come out, but a shift away keeps Jaximus safe. Gleebglarbu joining them in the mid lane, but ScubaChris gets chunked out by the turret. Eats one too many shots there, and will be forced to back off as Jaximus gets the backup from OneBadBrad. They are rotating down mid with Tsatsulow, so 3v3 potential up there. but ScubaChris low will force him to go to Wolves and most likely back up.
So a little bit of a retreat path blazed there by, I almost said XGG because I was looking at ScubaChris. I was like, why am I reading an emoticon? But the rest of NID make it back to base. They're going to take the pressure off of the map, and this is their big power buy. They go back, and they're going to grab a couple of huge items. Spirit of the Ancient Golem, Deathfire Grasp now completed, and an Oracles for Glebe means that everybody's coming out of the base. They have their power spikes. They're looking to get some damage done with it. And with InnoX so great at split pushing right now, didn't actually finish the Hydra, went for a Brutalizer instead. Now knows that fabbbyyy has to make a very difficult choice. Do I build damage? Do I build tankiness? And instead of building anything like a Trinity Force, no Trinity Force is allowed apparently on an Ezreal Jax comp here from Curse Academy. He's built a little bit of both offense and defense in the Ninja's Tabi and Bill's Water Cutlass.
I see a phase you get picked up from Jaximus though, so building towards it very soon. And just rushing for the Blade of the Rune King, so gonna just get one item finish at least instead of, I guess, going for the multiple. We do see InnoX though abusing that. He's got the Brutalizer, he's got a pickaxe, he's got a Vamp for some sustain. Gonna be building towards that Tiamat/Hydra soon. We do see Dragon though going over to Napkins right now as the ward gets dropped off the wall. OneBadBrad not going to be able to repel in time. He goes in though. Oh, he's going to be cupcaked and takes the Lantern, even with ScubaChris standing on top of it. And they will be able to back out just barely. And that's going to be the second Dragon of the game going over to Napkins.
Now with the Mana Moon start for Jaximus over building a Trinity Force like we saw in our last Ezreal performance from Tails. Actually, Bromazia, Rhux going in on XOL.
Trying to take out Brunch right now, forcing the flash of the wall. Throws the Undertow, does not connect though, and Ultimate gets dropped out there, just barely missing from Brunch. And Rhux with the solo play, gets the flash, gets his barrier, and is going to keep on pushing down here, hits an Undertow, but Joel with the Bloodthirster is able to heal up quite a lot. And we'll see as the Death Sentence connects mid. Gonna drop the box. nubbypoohbear gets giant growth, and they turn it around with the help of the Unleashed Power and just destroy Tsatsulow, melting him out. OneBadBrad trying to help stop the push in this mid lane, but the Dragon form coming in as well as InnoX on the side. Throws the Wind Slash, but not even getting an assist. Gleebglarbu gonna help take him out as a nice True Shot Barrage connecting, and the tower finishing off the kill on ScubaChris. So getting one kill, but losing the turret and losing two people from the side of Curse Academy puts it heavily in favor of Napkins in disguise.
Yeah, nice snipe there. Jaximus was trying to do the best that he could. Traded off 1 for 2, but still, that's the third and final outer turret taken down for NID. Now, Napkins, they do a couple of things once they take the outer ring of turret. One of the things that they're very, very good at is not necessarily just going for a huge split push, but putting out ward coverage, and it's very important to watch where they have their wards. You can see them in a perfect arc around the upper and then into the lower jungle for Curse Academy. It's because they use that arc to figure out where the attempts at plays are about to be made by Curse. They're like, okay, they're gonna make a huge shift top lane. They get the advantage from saying, okay, they're sending these champions, we need to counter with these champions, and they're very good at communicating that. Bruiser battle in the top lane. fabbbyyy still winning this against InnoX, even though InnoX so far ahead.
Yeah, using the damage from the Ignite. Is he gonna go in for the Leap Strike though? He notices that InnoX is still staying, so ScubaChris is up top right now. There's no wards for fabbbyyy. Is he going to get 2v1? Is InnoX going to go for it? He almost has his ultimate available. He will just Leap Strike out of there and play it safe. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he could have jumped in, re-engaged, and gotten the kill on InnoX, but he would have died for it, and he might not have because, like I said, he was low on a lot of mana, so didn't really have a lot of outplay opportunities. Will make it back to base, and that means that once again, even after losing that trade, InnoX will stay in lane, keep the split push going on.
And he sustains back up. The Hydra is complete. Rhux down bot, though, is just pushing it out. Undertow, Tiamat helping him with the wave clear. As Brunch just going to keep being content with the Bloodthirster, sustaining through all the damage. And farming up like a champ. He's got 177 CS, just like the most of his team. Most of his team has 170 plus CS.
fabbbyyy, no stun to land onto InnoX. He's just going to try to keep this wave even at his turret if he can, but with the way that InnoX has been playing very, very aggressive, probably won't stand for that just yet. It's going to be ScubaChris finding out Tsatsulow, gets played backwards, now it's fabbbyyy onto InnoX. InnoX trying to go into that blue buff area to get the fight, but fabbbyyy just takes it right to him, pushes him right back off of that objective. And now ScubaChris has the blue buff, looking to escape. InnoX, where's the outplays? Looking to go in, will come in from behind. There's Dragon's
Nubby!
ScubaChris away.
Drops the DFG, the flash comes to the ignite, and the glitter lands, and that's a bloodthirsty Lulu. Gleebglarbu picks up one. Tsatsulow gonna hit the death sentence, but not getting anybody else out of that, as now he has caught out the flame choppers and the wind slash. InnoX picks up one. Rhux actually gets caught out by the tail end of that zap, pops the ultimate, runs out, gets a health picks to the face. fabbbyyy now by himself here is gonna have to give up this turret, and Napkins just went 2 for none, and now we got a tier 2 turret.
Big power play for Napkins in disguise there. What they were doing is they're like, okay, we're going to contest an objective, not necessarily for the objective, but because we have a stronger rotation around the buff straight into the enemy team. And you saw InnoX wait there. Oh my goodness, ScubaChris going to get hit out there, but as InnoX can trade the damage right back away, ignites down, and you don't even need any wings to break to pick up that kill. Rhux trying to go into a 1v1, finds a second member, InnoX able to take him out.
Yeah, InnoX's back was almost done, but he just canceled it instantly, turned around, got a kill. And now we do see Brunch and Nubby just pushing down mid lane, gonna help him clear out all that. As how many stacks is this Manamune? Let's see, it is at 680, so almost at the 750 for it to be at Miramana. And fabbbyyy forgoing the Blade of the Rune King and just going straight for a Phage, so gonna be building towards that Trinity Force a little bit later on.
So Trinity Forces will not be seen for at least a little bit longer, as 2 components there for Jaximus. He'll have his first, but just look at the DFG from Syndra. Used to see Death Cap rushes or these Unholy Grail rushes. Nubby's just going straight for the damage. Has another needlessly large rod, as if one rod wasn't needlessly large enough. He's going to be going for probably a death cap off of that. He's just being this huge nuke in the back. Doesn't have to worry about... He's kind of playing this like a Veigar. Very, very immobile, but at the same time, your job is to make it a 4v5. And he definitely has the damage to do that, like we just saw in that last fight.
Yeah, just drops the DFG. We even saw Gleebglarbu flash forward and be aggressive and use that DFG with his own spells. We do have Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. We have an Oracles on Glebe. He's clearing out everything he can and establishing his dominant control as that support. And, we have ScubaChris coming down bot. He's going to run into Rhux. Going to do a little bit of damage, but OneBadBrad misses the cocoon, throws the Neurotoxin, gets him into his bite. Is he going to force the Dragon form? It does, as ScubaChris is going to get out of there. But we do have Miramana now, finally done, as Syndra picks up a death cap as well. We see InnoX going to get Death Sentence here. Can they do anything else with that one? He's going to flame backwards. He drops the box, drops an Ignite. InnoX is very slow right now from the box. True Shot Barrage comes through. A stun on the 2 people from nubbypoohbear is going to zone away everybody from Curse Academy and keep InnoX alive. We do see Rhux and OneBadBrad heading over to Dragon right now. nubbypoohbear gets caught up by a cocoon, but ScubaChris will be able to finish off the Dragon. And Napkins in disguise secure themselves their 3rd Dragon of the game.
Alright, so they've gotten dragons, they've gotten turrets, only lost 1 turret in return. They've picked themselves up a 6-kill advantage, but there's going to be a preemptive ult from InnoX. He's going in for the outplay on a Tsatsulow.
Wow.
No questions asked. Do not pass go, do not collect $100, and take a 26-second death timer. 1 more kill over to Riven.
Yep, but down bot, Rhux and OneBadBrad did capitalize on their support's unfortunate death and did grab a turret. So their 2nd turret of the game. It's 4-2 in turrets. Napkins capitalizing on that one. We do have InnoX now down bot. Gonna be wave clearing like a beast. And they sent Brunch mid. And I wonder where they're going to look to siege now, as Rhux and OneBadBrad are looking for a fight here in the bot lane.
They were trying to pick it in there. Oh my goodness, there's going to be fabbbyyy around the side, force flash out of Brunch. Jaximus getting in there with the arcane ship, but a lot of damage to trade backwards. fabbbyyy gets cocooned, or gets taunted. Oh my goodness, Super Mega Death Rocket misses onto fabbbyyy. Makes it out alive, but a great turnaround from Napkins.
Yep, get that one. They're going to get a tier 2 and possibly an inhibitor turret, as with Jaximus being dead, that is a lot of wave clear gone. That is a lot of pressure that he can apply with Miramana. OneBadBrad throws at the Spiderling. We see Tsatsulow coming in. Cocoon connects with the minion though. Stun doesn't come out from Nubby. It doesn't connect the minion with Nubby. Flame Chopper to zone a little bit. Zap connects with Tsatsulow. And it's going to force Napkins to back off, but they get the kill and they get the turret, and they're going to back out and have quite a bit of gold in their pocket.
So for Curse Academy, they have a couple of things that are not really going their way. One, neither one of their carries are actually carries yet. Just now the Trinity Force being completed by Jaximus is going to have a little bit of a rougher time. I mean, this is a big power spike, it's nice, but he's going up against a Death Cap DFG Syndra with 450 ability power. All she has to do is click on Jaximus, and he just instantly disappears. We're going to see an attempt at stealing away that blue buff, but Rhux goes a little bit too hard.
He just turns on the ulti, turns on the ghost, and just runs his way out of there as if nothing happened. And nubbypoohbear still got blue buff. They didn't take his life, but he still lived. And Yeah, that's just the blue buff to nubbypoohbear, and we do see pings onto InnoX right now. Is fabbbyyy gonna go over? He does, pops the stun, gets the true shot barrage to take off the shield, but now ScubaChris is gonna turn on this one, pops the ultimate for a little bit of tankiness. He does have Jaximus joining in, he eats the dragon form. Can they get this one? Flash Death Sentence picks up the kill from Tsatsulow. InnoX turning the damage around. Cocoon connects, there's a shield coming in, he jukes away from everything that possibly could have happened from InnoX, and that is gonna be a 2 for none in favor of Curse Academy, who cannot go to Baron as they are a little bit low, but either way, a nice 2 kills secured for them.
Gods can bleed, but they cannot die. fabbbyyy escapes with his life just barely. Dodging away from that damage, it's going to be 2 for 0 exchange in favor of Curse Academy. That does even up the kill count just a little bit. Stun underneath the turret. nubbypoohbear looking for the damage to find onto Rhux. Very tanky. He's going to try to turn around.
Ooh.
DFG unleashed power all over Rhux. The ignite will not be enough to take Nubby out.
Nope, and he will just destroy Olaf, which is not an easy thing to do, actually. And even with the DFG, reducing that, the death cap coming in, and possibly a voice staff as the next item with that blasting wand will make him a true terror and the one-shot master of the map. We do have OneBadBrad though, split pushing. This is going to be the second time he's done this, and is looking to take out the top tier 1 for his team out there, and trying to get them some kind of gold globally, as they're still down 3 dragons.
Down 3 dragons, but I think they're actually down, 4. ScubaChris has been a huge factor in this game for an ID, just serving as the initiate. Because if you look at their champions, it's all in tank, all in AD carry, and then a support. There's no really big sort of huge tanky monster, but that's why they have Lulu. It works so perfectly because they went for a very high damage top lane, but then are going to supplement that damage by giving her sort of like a tanky item in that wild growth.
Tsatsulow dodges away from the wind slash, but gets taken out as InnoX is just being a really, really mean guy to these supports today. Second time he's done that.
not a lot of love for the supports here. InnoX is not really feeling it. Tsatsulow dead for the second time at his hands, or blade as it were. Jaximus a little bit overextended. Should be forced to arcane shift here, but so close to getting bunnied or squirreled or polymorph. Let's go with that one.
Turn into a little dragon. It's not the dragon chain Lulu skin, but either way, we do have Rhux coming from the side. True shot barrage to help clear out some. fabbbyyy jumps in onto ScubaChris. Stun is not going to connect. He dragon forms his way out of there. We do have the poke coming in from Jaximus, though he's shifting in, gets the mystic shot. What else can he do? Stun does not connect. nubbypoohbear misses that one. Jaximus dodges. We do see the mystic shots to chase down a little bit as fabbbyyy jumps to the minion, trying to close the distance, gets slowed out there. Jaximus, are you going to look for the kill? He shifts in again. Gets the flux. Can he get the mystic shot? No. Decides to back off, and 5 members will be forced to back out from Napkins, even after picking off Tsatsulow early on.
Alright, so Tsatsulow went down, and that was like, okay, well, we have a good chance to push. But a great job by Curse Academy actually defending the push against NID, forcing at least nubbypoohbear to back, and now they're on to Baron, which is dying incredibly quickly. Jaximus is kind of the weak link. He's going to be the vulnerable point as soon as InnoX decides to go in, but they turn off the Baron.
It's going to be fabbbyyy going into InnoX here. The Lantern pulling Jaximus away from the true shot run, from the wind slash coming in. There's the Mega Death Rocket. Brunch picks up 1, picks up 2. Can he get anything else? The ball's just going all over the place as the Unleashed Power picks up 1 on Jaximus, and that fight turned around very quickly as Napkins in disguise. You're going to look to clean up another one as double kill for nubbypoohbear. 2 double kills that fight, and now potentially a Baron for the side of Napkins in disguise.
Yep, Napkins fully dropped upon all over Curse Academy, and now it's going to be an ID's Baron to take, and they don't really have to worry about ScubaChris being very low. He's going to go down to 1 more attack from Baron, so has to play this very carefully. Not sure why he's standing so closely. They don't have to worry about it getting smote stolen, but either way,
just hanging around.
Nubby's just there along for the damage. ScubaChris, there for moral support, gets the smite off, and the Baron buff will go to NID.
Yep, and now they're about 14,000 gold ahead. They're looking strong. They have a lot of gold to spend, and I'm wondering where they're going to go. Are they going to keep letting InnoX split push, or are they going to group up as 5 and look to siege a turret? As if they give nubbypoohbear a blue buff, it'll be very easy for them to do that. And the zap damage coming in from Brunch right now on that Jinx is just really big. But still, they are still lacking some ability. We could see fabbbyyy jump in, get a good stun. We could see Rhux run right through the line with the ultimate up. Dragon goes over to the side of Napkins in disguise again. They have a lot of gold, and Void Staff is now finished. Mikhail Crucible for Gleebglarbu, gonna help with the death sentences / cocoon / stun from fabbbyyy.
So for right now, fabbbyyy does have a Trinity Force. That's another good thing. 2 Trinity Forces complete. They're on to Curse. But the thing that I'm really looking for is how on earth they're going to deal with just the Shyvana diving in and then the damage coming behind. They just really need tankiness. They don't need damage, they just need people to stay alive. nubbypoohbear, if he gets in there and doesn't blow somebody up, then that's mission, I guess, unaccomplished. Mission failed. Mission failure there for Nubby. Because he's so far ahead right now. He has 643 ability power and a Void Staff. There's no way you can tank through that damage. InnoX's Riven is absolutely huge, 5-2 and 2, and doesn't even have to kill champions. He can just go for a split push and still be effective. So there's a lot of strengths out there for NID. That Curse Academy, I mean, they're sitting in the test. The clock is ticking down. Do they have the answers to fill everything in? It looks like the rest of NID are about to fill in this middle lane, taking out the inhibitor. There's going to be OneBadBrad blowing apart.
Yeah, OneBadBrad force start. Pelly's going to come out very low, but it's going to be a shutdown going over to Olaf. fabbbyyy going into the back line, gets taken out there. Brunch eats a wall to the face, gets the zap, eats another wall, going to get slowed down even more. Mega Death Racket comes in, not enough to pick up the kill though, and that is going to be an inhibitor going down into 3 for 2, actually in favor of Napkins in disguise, as that was surprisingly close for a Baroned up team of Napkins, and Curse tried to hold it off, but they could not, trading their really big front line in fabbbyyy and Rhux off for that. But now the tier 2 in the bot lane is going to be face tanked up here by Napkins, and using that minigun passive will just be able to make Jinx pick it up really fast.
Now, instead of going for a Randuin's, ScubaChris actually built Sunfire Cape, so he's going to be burning all the things as far as that itemization is concerned. He's not going to have a Spirit of the Elder Lizard or a Liandry's Torment, so maybe not maximum burnout, but he's still going to be able to get in there with a lot of ambient magic damage. And so, especially with a lineup that's putting out a lot of physical damage too, there's just so many different sources of damage left to come out from NID that it's hard to itemize against it. It's really only going to be Olaf building tank items, and so it's going to be up to OneBadBrad. He does have that Lock of the Iron Solari. I love that choice because it gives a lot of benefits even to people who aren't building defensively, and maybe enough, especially with the active Locket Shield, to keep somebody alive against nubbypoohbear's burst. But if you saw that burst in the last team fight, I don't think that's necessarily an option right now.
Yeah, that burst damage is kind of scary, just a little bit. We do have Trinity Forces completed on Jaximus and fabbbyyy. We do have the making of the Blade of the Rune King very soon, so 1,000 more gold, or I don't know how much he has right now, so just a couple hundred more gold will get him that. We do have Last Whisper completed for Jaximus though, so he's trying to counteract some of the damage there. Trying to counteract some of the armor, as Rhux actually does end up stopping ScubaChris. Undertow Connect's going to slow him out a little bit. TM out to activate. That true damage is just destroying ScubaChris on that Shyvana, and now we have Brunch looking to come in onto fabbbyyy right now, critting! The crits coming in are huge! The dodge comes out, it's going to be a jump onto Nubby. Can anybody pick up the kill? It's going to be nubbypoohbear who actually gets that one. That was 3 consecutive 400 crits coming in from Brunch on Jinx? That was ridiculous.
Who says it's RNG, man? Maybe it's Brunch NG. I don't know where it's going to... Either way... There we go. All right. Yeah. NRN. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be a Nox going in there. Jaximus taking very low. Death Rocket misses. Jaximus still dishing out damage from behind. It's going to be a pull out, but the repel not quite enough to keep Brad alive. Comes down, goes down. And now it's only Rhux left up, but he's not even in the base. He's forced to fight ScubaChris, who's just keeping him from backing. And now with no one left to defend, Napkins in disguise are going to close out the game.
Yeah, so he's going to chase that one down. He didn't get the undertow of the wall. The dragon form from ScubaChris keeps him alive. And that is going to be game. Curse Academy lose to Napkins in disguise. The very impressive showing, shutting down the bruiser composition that Curse Academy has presented to them.
9-1-9, the performance from nubbypoohbear, and I was questioning the Syndra early on, but it's exactly what NID needed. It has the ability to disengage from the bruisers. It has a lot of burst damage that just there weren't enough tanky items for. If you'll notice the complete switch to AP Ezreal there from Jaximus at the very end, probably would have done it, but just didn't come out in time. So either way, congratulations, 24-8 and 10-3. Napkins in disguise will take down Curse Academy.